Hello there everybody, my name is King Jackal. I just wanted to go over a few games that I actually thought were absolutely amazing and deserved being viewed. But on the other note, I'm also working on getting a few tier 10s. I just got my first one yesterday, and I'm actually working on a good couple of gameplays for you, but once I find one that I think is worthy, I will upload one for you. But this is the new tier 10 tank that I recently just got, the M48 Patton. Playstyle is very, very similar to the M60, and I'm very good with the M60, as you will shortly see. So, I wanted to show you a good couple of games for you today. I'm going to go over my favorites, because these are the two that I wanted to show you today. The one M60 game and the really nail-biting T26E5 gameplay for you, but I wanted to start off with the T26E5 just to get everything going perfectly for you. So, when we get into this game, I'm going to show you a few things, and I'm just going to let the video speak for itself. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy. And that is all I have to say. So, we start leaving our spawn circle, we start leaving the opening area, and we're just trying to find where everybody's at right now. So, I go branch off to where I normally would branch off on this map, just kind of doing my little circle around. I'm not really scanning all too much, but I'm just like, where is everything? And our little light tank's doing our little light tank thing. I just keep on going through. I'm just like, okay, where is everybody? But I'm sticking with the packs fairly well, because I don't want to be caught out in the open. Yes, I'm a heavy tank and I can take a bit of a beating, but at the same time, you still have to remember, this is still a Pershing. It's just an up-armored Pershing. So the way I would play it would be very, very similar to that of the Super Pershing. Like, stick your front towards everybody, but you don't have the same armor plating in the front as the Pershing, or as the Super Pershing. But the trade-off is you're a little bit more mobile, which makes things a hell of a lot easier, especially if you're trying to move from one hull down position to the next. This machine just performs, and you'll see in just a moment what I'm talking about. So, like I said, I'm just going to cut myself off from here, let the video speak for itself.
Enemy armor is damaged. Punched right through their armor. Enemy vehicle knocked out.
Now, one thing you notice is I didn't give chase to that T-71. The main reason why I decided not to give chase was due to the simple fact that he was leading me back to his friends, and I knew for a fact if I were to chase him, I would get punished for it. This is why you don't do a 1v multiple tank, ever. I feel bad for it. Now, already 2 kills in and over 900 damage. The damage numbers only get higher, ladies and gentlemen. Only get higher. Take a blind shot, see if I can hit. Nah, nothing. T-71, he's going to be poking his way back around over here. And he's going to get punished for it, as you can tell. Now, the thing is about the T-71 that I didn't like, yes, it's an autoloader, but it's a light tank, and there's It doesn't have enough health. That's the thing I would actually have to complain about it. There's not enough health. Fucking T-28's got me pinned down. I'm kind of in a bad spot. I want to take out that T-71 because he's still a threat. So I try and slot a shot. I dunk it. The T-28, he's pushing it. He's pushing it. He's pushing it. He's pushing it. I just sink one into his track. And I take that opportunity because I know somebody else has that T-71. And I just break contact. I don't have I don't have the hit point numbers to really do anything. So I move over and slot myself behind this cover so the Tiger doesn't start hitting me, and I start working on this WZ-110. And I got a lucky shot. That's all I'm going to say. I got a lucky shot on him. And I'm switching myself over to heat here because I'm at such low health. I need guaranteed penetrations, and I dunk this shot into the ground because I jolted. So I try again, and I dunk it again. So I'm just sitting here, I'm just thinking to myself, well, this is it, guys. I'm probably going to die. But the moment I start noticing he's not firing, I think the WZ-110 is a magazine fed. I don't know. It could be an autoloader. I have to do my research. Don't take my word on it. And I clear his ass. So I start moving to the next position so I can go focus on the Tiger. He gets one lucky shot on me, and I just hide right behind this hill. Because right here, I'm in a very strong position. I can be held down. All that he sees is my turret, and I have a very strong turret face. And for him being a Tier 7 heavy tank, he's not really going to pen me. So I get the last shot of the game right here, ladies and gentlemen. And that's over 3,000 damage in a Tier 8 game. 3,000 damage in a Tier 8 game. That is not bad. So, let's take a look at the stats real quick. So, I shot 23 shots. Out of those 23, 6 missed. Out of everything that I've hit, everything penetrated. I got no splash damage. I damaged 6, but destroyed 4. And damage caused with player assistance, about 320. I received 10 hits. Out of those 10 hits, I only got 7 penetrations. But out of all the vehicles, these are the vehicles that I decided to fight, and some of which I came out on top, some of which I did not. That is what I would consider some good gameplay. Now, I wanted to show you another one in the M60, Tier 10. Just because it's a few tiers higher doesn't mean the logistics and everything still don't work out. You still have to play the same way. This is one thing I definitely have to state about my playstyle in World of Tanks. I've always been more of a medium tank driver, so I always have just that little bit of aggression going in when I need to, but 9 times out of 10 I like to just kind of stick it back, pop off a few shots, and just keep it moving. But here's some M60 play that I thought was absolutely hilarious. Again, I'm going to Alright, get ready for it, lads. Get ready. You're going to see something that just... Leroy Jenkins! And this is what happens when I just get fed up with somebody's shit. And I know there's nobody that's around him.
that's going to really support him. Just dive right in, quick fight, blow off his turret. Next. Alright, so I come across an interesting encounter right here. Now, I'm trying to get a good couple of shots off just to find some damage, and it looks like the Death Star cleared him. So I'm going to go into one of my little sneaky little spots. You'll see here in a second what I'm talking about. Now, you see this bridge. You can shoot underneath it, obviously, but this is probably one of the sneakiest spots on this map, especially if they're around the cap circle. You'll see why in just a moment. He's not returning fire effectively. The thing is, it's easier for them to miss than it is for me to miss, especially if I'm all the way zoomed in and I'm just taking little pot shots like this. Nice shot right in the side, clear him out, and I'm looking for that other shot. I'm looking for a shot in him. I decide not to take the shot because he's on the move. So, now that we've kind of wreaked our havoc, now mind you, this is already just a few minutes into the game, and I've already dealt 1700 damage. Now mind you, this is tier 10. This is pretty typical lock stock numbers. Like, even if you're doing bad, 1700 it would be considered bad for damage numbers, but when you see the amount of things that I actually do, you'll understand why things are the way they are. Now, I'm kind of just poking around, seeing if I can just get some sneaky little shots off, because that's what I like doing in a medium tank. It's just taking that moment to be a sneaky little shit. Now, one thing I'm going to have to state about the M60. The M60, like its other tier 10 brethren, the M48 Patton, not very good hull. The hull armor is just trash. But what it does have is really good turret armor. You could, like, the front face of the turret, especially around the mantlet, is really strong. You can bounce a lot of shots off of it, and it surprised me at first. And then I just looked at the stats and numbers, and then I understood why. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not even going to lie to you. This is violence against big, stupid, heavy tanks. Right here. And this is why I find it a good idea to carry premium ammunition. Because in most cases, if I was just to run stock standard APCR, I would not have been able to reliably hit him consistently to where I could take him out very quickly. Now, I do the stupid thing and actually switch back to stock standard, and I pay for it. And already 3380 damage, ladies and gentlemen. 3380 damage. I'm the last one on my team, and he's the last one in his team. We're both one-shots. Well, I'm not sure if I'm a one-shot for him, but I know he's a one-shot for me. So I come over, I park right here, he hits me, I kill him.
We finished him off.
3490 damage. Not bad for a tier 10 game now, is it?
Alright, let's take a look at the stats, ladies and gentlemen. Mind you, I got a Top Gun on this one, a second class mastery, and I can explain to you why the second class mastery. There was an event recently going on in World of Tanks, the New Year's Christmas event, to where like they were running essentially a tank auction, and one of the tanks on that auction was the M60. Now, I've had the M60 for quite a while prior, because when it first came back on sale for like I think $100, I went ahead. I'm just like, okay, I've heard so many good things about this tank, might as well pick it up, and I did. And I'm glad I did when I did, because instead of paying $100, like instead of actually having to sit there, look at the auctions and wait for prices to drop below 15,000 credits. Now, mind you, I said 15,000 gold credits, not 1,500 gold credits. So yeah, things got pretty expensive. But for the M60, did top damage on the team. Now, mind you, I did not get I got the Top Gun, but I did not get the high caliber, because 9 times I'm going to guarantee you one thing. I think the Panzer 70 Cavalry on the enemy team got it, because look at his damage numbers. He played a really good game. I'm going to have to give him credit where credit's due. He played a really good game. Let's go into the detailed stats over here. So out of all the shots fired, I only shot 16. Out of those 16, I only hit 14, and out of those 14, only 13 penetrated. I only damaged 4 enemies, and I killed 4 enemies. Out of all the hits received, I received 7. Out of those 7, 5 were penetrated. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in another one.